Welcome back to Limitless Table Talk, where time just passes you by so fast that you don't even expect it. I'm Fern.
I'm Nat, so grab your favorite cup of coffee, pull up a chair, and let's chat.
Chatterooski. So this episode is sponsored by Sunset Tattoo Parlor, where good vibes, great artists, and clean ink come together.
Whether it's your first tattoo, a full sleeve, or just fixing that tattoo you got when you thought you were going through a phase, they got you.
Hit up David at 305-710-8413 and tell him Limitless sent you for a special hookup. Sunset Tattoo Parlor, turning bad decisions into great artwork.
Welcome back, everyone, where the conversations are real, the laughs are loud, and sometimes we cry in the parking garage at a graduation.
I'm going to say this. Nobody warned me that seeing your kid in a cap and gown would hit harder than gas prices on a Florida road trip.
I mean, seriously, that is true. 1 minute you're packing Lunchables and signing permission slips for field trips, and the next minute you're sitting at UCF trying not to ugly cry in front of strangers.
And failing miserably.
We failed miserably on that.
It's pretty bad. I think it's still hitting.
Yeah, it is. It feels surreal. So today, we're talking about our trip to our son's graduation at UCF. The emotions, the chaos, the memories, the family moments, and of course, the realization that somehow Fern and I are old enough to have a college graduate.
Which feels totally fake because mentally, I'm 27.
Your knees disagree with you.
Yeah, they do. Way too often. Also, getting off the couch, man. Sometimes that's a mountain to climb.
And you did say mentally, you didn't say physically, so.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into it. Let's start with the beginning, the drive to arrive there.
So there's something emotional about road trips when it's for your kid. This wasn't just a, hey, let's go to Orlando and have a great time for ourselves. This was years of sacrifices driving down that highway with us.
That is so true because we've done that drive multiple times in the past 3 years.
Yes.
Multiple times.
Yes.
The whole ride, I kept thinking about all the stages. Preschool drop-offs, school projects, football games, late night talks, all the moments that felt normal at the time. And suddenly I realized those were the good old days.
And of course, we started getting sentimental because that's what we do. And then immediately started arguing over snacks.
Because, okay, why do men buy road trip snacks like raccoons preparing for the winter?
First of all, beef jerky is essential.
You brought enough snacks on this road trip to survive a natural disaster. We were only on a 4-hour trip.
Emotional support Pringles.
And you didn't even share your Pringles. Why did you not bring any Pringles I like?
Because they were for me.
Oh.
They were my support system.
Your support system.
There's nothing like pizza Pringles. You know this.
That's true. So we had the gown for graduation.
The count? Yes.
We had the gown. How many times did I ask you before we even drove out of our driveway if we had the gown in the car?
Annoyingly, at least 84 times.
Because I had a list and we needed to make sure we didn't leave that behind. I didn't care if we left your clothes behind.
Well, I obviously didn't need to wear anything.
Well, of course you had to wear something. You couldn't show up with nothing. But I would have just taken you to like Walmart and bought you something. But we couldn't forget that gown.
You just gave me the ick.
We couldn't forget that gown. So anyways, even when we stopped to put gas and grab something to eat.
Can you imagine me showing up to a graduation wearing tube socks, Crocs, some random Walmart shorts, and a random Walmart
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did show up like that.
shirt.
Because we were more dressed than most people there. There were people in
We were
jeans
pretty.
and t-shirts.
We were styling and profiling.
There were people in jeans
Woo.
and t-shirts.
Yeah.
That I saw.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was. We'll just say it was a diverse crowd. It was a central. It was a very Florida crowd.
It really
It was one of the most Florida places I've ever been, because we're looking like a night at the opera, right? We're
Yeah,
looking
like
like
we
$1 million
went.
bucks,
Like we were going to a wedding probably.
$1 million bucks, right? And then you got some dude in a Hawaiian shirt and flip flops.
Well, I saw one lady in jeans and a UCF t-shirt.
I mean, you know, the shirt was appropriate, obviously,
I guess.
because that, you know, you're at a UCF event. But
So this was our youngest that was graduating.
yes,
Okay. So it was all the different emotions, all the different, I don't know, I guess as a mom, it was just overwhelming. Now, I have no idea why in the world we are deciding to do this episode. Because when we talked about doing this episode, I cried half the time. And I still cry. So I may or may not get through this podcast recording without crying. Just warning, letting you know I may cry.
well, I'm sure that's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm sure I may get slightly choked up at some point as well.
I'm letting you know because I know it's coming. So just letting you know.
Oh, it's coming.
I know it's going to happen.
It's like a warning.
It's been a week. It's
a
been a
warning
week
shot.
since he graduated. Today, actually, right? Or no, tomorrow. I don't know. Anyways, it's been a week, and I still cry about it. It's just emotional. But anyways, walking onto the campus felt surreal. Like seeing all the graduates taking pictures with their families, everybody smiling, parents crying.
And us trying to figure out parking like contestants at a reality show. It's over here. No, it's over. No,
Follow the crowd.
we're going to go. What?
I swear UCF graduation parking deserves its own degree program.
For real. Straight up bachelors in stress management. They are good.
But
They are good.
They were good. They were very organized.
Super organized.
We were the ones that didn't know where we were going, but they were
I loved
organized.
it. I loved it. Coppers everywhere.
But yeah, they were.
Coppers
they were
everywhere.
organized. But once we parked, we got out of our car, and once, you see, I'm already getting choked up. He put on his cap and gown. Woo! Oh, I can't even continue. Go ahead.
That was a moment, because no matter how old your kids get, you still see every single version of them at once. Like it's funny because we were looking at photos, right, with him and his girlfriend,
Right.
and we were going through like some of the goofy ones.
Oh,
some
yeah.
of the, you know, and like every time I saw the photo, I was like, that guy. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Oh, look at the goofy glasses. Oh, look at the funny look. Look at
Oh my
this.
God,
Look at
yeah.
that. Oh, look, this is where Spider-Man happened. Right? And and it's so funny, you know, now that I said Spider-Man. His graduation cap. He decorated his
Oh, yeah.
graduation cap.
Yep. It
with
was all Spider-Man.
all
stuff.
Spider-Man, different versions of him as he graduated. You know, Peter Parker graduating.
We did a graduation photo shoot, and he did it with comic books of Spider-Man.
Comic books. Yeah. Well, what got me was the one that he did with that he had the Spider-Man Superman comic.
Right.
That got me. Every time I see that photo, it got me.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at him and saw the little boy who used to fall asleep in front of the couch on the floor holding a toy car with his legs crisscrossed.
Yep. I saw the kid who thought Axe body spray counted as a shower.
Growth, evolution, guys.
You know, it's so funny because I think sometimes about this guy and what a great man he's become.
Mm-hmm.
What a great you see it's happening to me. What a great inspiration for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Because he does a good job. Like his job is a really good job. Like he helps.
And what he's studying
for, right? Because he does he works with
kids with special needs
kids,
and he's doing he graduated with his bachelor's in clinical psychology, and he's going to go to med school and everything, and he wants to work with kids with special needs, and that's amazing. Like, and it came from him. Like, it just was put in his heart.
Yeah, because that's not what he initially. I mean, I don't remember that being his goal when he initially went to college.
No, he wanted to be a radiologist.
A radiologist. He liked bone. He was really into bones.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still into bones.
Yeah, but this is in his heart.
But this is something that he found a love for.
I mean, we'll go back to the topic, but since we're talking right now about what he does and all that, we got to go to his job.
Yep.
On this trip for the first time. We got to see where he works. We got to meet his coworkers. And the best part was we hear what he does because he tells us, his girlfriend tells us, but it's so different as parents to walk into a classroom and have all the kids that he works with and teaches, like seeing how they light up, and then the teachers that work with him, the coworkers that work with him, speak so highly of him, and telling us as parents that he's amazing with the kids. Like, just seeing how the kids lit up, how his face would light up with the kids. It was just an amazing, amazing feeling to witness it. And just to have other people that we don't know at all, that we're meeting for the first time, tell us things about our son that we knew. But it's just amazing to hear about it.
Well, the thing is, they're experiencing it and they're seeing it. You know?
Yeah.
We did good.
Yeah, we did good. But, all right. I know we're both just trying to avoid talking about graduation because we're both going to cry. But anyways, I didn't think I was going to cry. Like, I really didn't think so.
You cried before you even sat down.
Listen. When they started announcing graduates and I saw all those families cheering, it hit me hard. Like, it literally hit me hard.
Because as parents, you carry every worry with you, every hard moment, every setback, every prayer.
And then, poof, your child succeeds. It feels like the whole family graduated emotionally. Like, I felt like we graduated. Like, we should have walked the stage.
Facts. People see the diploma, but parents, we see the late nights. Mm-hmm. We see the struggles. We see the stress, the growing pains.
And honestly, I was proud of us too.
That part right there.
Because let's be honest, parenting doesn't come with instructions. And you learn along the way. But as parents, you and I just kept showing up and kept loving our kids. We kept trying our best, especially, and we've mentioned this a lot of times before, we both have different upbringings.
Very.
So we really did this, just doing our best what we can. And I'm proud of what we've done with all three. Like, literally, with all three. I'm proud.
Yes, they are really, really cool people.
But getting to that stage of, we're going to a university graduation, like a big known school graduation. And my kid is one of those 10,000 kids that are graduating. Because that's how many kids apparently graduated in total at UCF. 10,000, because... I'm a crazy mom and I follow UCF, everything of UCF. And they announced it that there were 10,000 graduates. And out of those 10,000 graduates, Fern and I had one kid in there.
Yep. And the only one with our last name.
Oh, yeah. He was.
That was pretty cool. And somehow our son made it across the stage. And what was really cool is like I watched the video and he Spider-Man'd on his way out.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He did the
web
thwip.
Like they announced his name, gave him his diploma, and then he did the web thing.
I was like, look at this guy. Hey, Dad, I just did the Spider-Man when I crossed the stage. Like, that's what I heard when it happened, even though it was completely inaudible. That's what I heard in my head as that happened. I said, hey, Dad, I Spider-Man.
I mean, and it was super cool because we didn't know where he was going to be sitting, number one. By the way, in universities, they don't rehearse like in high schools.
No, it's way too many. And it's an entire arena.
Yeah, and it's not alphabetical.
It's not alphabetical.
It's in the order they kind of arrived and get in line.
I'll be honest, I was hoping for alphabetical.
But it worked out for us because he ended up sitting on the same side we were on and literally right in the eyesight of us. Like we were able to see him clearly.
We had a nice bird's eye view of his cap.
And I don't know about you, but what got me every time was when he would turn around smiling.
Yes.
And wave at us and blow kisses and all that. Yes. That got me every time. He would turn around and smile because I know he was nervous. He said it, that he was nervous and all that. But I think he didn't, like he himself, I feel like was thinking, oh my God, this is actually happening.
He worked hard.
He never took a break.
No.
And he graduated a year early.
He never took a semester off.
And he
packed his schedule so that it would be constant classes.
Yeah. He did the max amounts that he could do each semester, and he graduated a year early.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, just seeing him turning around, smiling and waving at us every time, that was awesome. Like, for me, that was amazing. And he even texted you and said, Dad, I'm coming. I'm walking out now.
I'm walking out.
But.
Proud of you, son.
Yes.
Just so you know.
So, just because you and I are getting a little, like, emotional, let's do a then versus now. Then, he would say, Mom, watch me jump off the couch.
Dad, carry me. Because for some reason, he can never walk.
I know, right? Can I sleep in your room tonight? Those were things that he would say then. Or can I have another car? He loved monster trucks.
He loved monster trucks, which he had a different name for it because he couldn't really articulate speech very well.
Yeah, he couldn't pronounce the T's. He would replace it with an F, so you guys picture what he said.
Yeah, I'll just say this every time he said it. It was hilarious.
Yeah, and just like you and my sister taught him that when he turned 1 to show everybody the middle finger and say, I'm 1 year old.
Yes, that is the correct thing to do with your kids.
But now...
Because it's fun for us.
It wasn't funny. He would do it out in public.
It was hilarious to me.
You would be in front of all the cars and you would tell our son, hey, tell the lady, what kind of car are you looking for? Monster what?
Yes.
And he
it was the best.
Every single time. Replace the T with the F and there it is.
Yes.
And remove the R because he would never say the T or the R.
Yeah.
Needless to say, now, what do we hear now?
Hey, Dad, can you Venmo? But it's always a text. But I read his text in his voice. Can you Venmo me?
Can you help me move dorms or apartments? Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, how many times? Do you know how expensive groceries are?
Now he just calls or texts and says, hey, quick question.
And somehow, quick question always costs money. You know what he texted me the other day?
Mm.
Hey, Dad, I need to change my oil.
Oh, yeah, I know. We just got back from there.
And I said,
I need to recuperate.
so go change your oil. He's like, no, I need you to do it. I need you to help me do it.
Yeah.
And I can't say no to this guy.
I know, but you're asking me if we're going to go back next week. We just got back. We need to recuperate from the weekend because not only, guys, did we enjoy ourselves, we also went to City Walk to celebrate. We went to dinner. We went to islands, like, you know, because we have annual passes, might as well. We got to enjoy.
How about talking to Spider-Man?
You did. You talked to Spider-Man.
I talked to Spider-Man.
We were those creepy parents.
We're those adults with no kids there.
Standing in line
to meet Spider-Man.
Now that I think of it, we did look creepy.
It was a little creepy.
You were whipping out your phone going, Spidey, look,
Spidey.
my son graduated.
Let me show you my son.
And hold on.
Hold on, can we FaceTime him real quick?
We looked creepy.
Yeah.
Now needless to think about it, yeah. It really was. But Spider-Man did a whole
he
recording
did a whole recording. And what was great is that he's like, oh yeah, I remember him.
And I'm standing here going, we literally jumped in front of like a little kid.
Well, the kid had to wait because my kid
wasn't even with us. But
my kid needed to see Spidey.
But he wasn't with
My
us.
kid needed to see Spidey. I don't care. Hey, it's your kid versus my kid. My kid got to see Spidey. So your kid's gonna see Spidey. But you gotta wait for my kid.
Was a recording.
Doesn't matter. My kid got to see Spidey, and he was very happy about it. And Spidey was super cool. He was geeking out on the cap.
Oh yeah, he zoomed in.
Spidey was geeking out on the cap. Mm-hmm. I was like, look at that. And then he's like, I remember those moments. I remember meeting MJ. I remember when I graduated. I'm like, Spidey, you're the best. Spidey is truly the best. Mm-hmm. Now I totally get why my son is always like, hey, Dad. I'm like, what's up, son? Spider-Man. And that's it. That's all he says. Spider-Man. That's it. Okay.
For me, besides obviously being there to see my son graduate, amazing moment of my life. I got to have all of my kids with me. Well, you were there too, but with me.
It didn't matter if I was there or not.
Well, it was even more special because it was Mother's Day weekend.
You're welcome.
I got to have...
You're welcome.
No. I got to have...
No?
I got to...
It was Mother... You're welcome.
All of my kids with me together.
You're welcome.
You owe me a gift still.
What are you talking about? I put all of your kids together.
No, you did not. What did you do? Call UCF and say, do graduation this time?
No.
Then?
But I got them all to go.
Well, no. His sisters went to see him.
It doesn't matter how they went. I'm just saying I got them all to go. Not only that, but I kind of helped make those. So you're welcome, Mom.
What?
You're welcome. Because I made you a mom. You're welcome.
Okay, that's a whole different topic.
You're welcome.
Later. That's going to be a topic later. Okay. Anyways, I lost track. It was just an amazing weekend. I mean, it's something that a lot of parents don't talk about because like parents don't really talk enough about this stage of life, like this stage that we're in right now. Everybody talks about the babies, the toddlers, the teenage years, but nobody ever prepares you for your kids growing up, going to college and experiencing this.
Because one day you realize they don't need you in the same way anymore.
And that's beautiful because that's what we raise our kids to be independent. But it's also heartbreaking. I don't like it.
You spend years teaching them to become independent. And then when they actually do, you cry.
Exactly. Like, excuse me, I raised you too well. I raised you too well. Like, no, 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 no.
Now he's out here, educated, responsible. Hey, calm down. Relax.
That's true. That really is true. I'm just trying to soak it in. Oh, and then we had a family dinner after. Because this graduation, even though everything was very, very on point, everything was very organized, it was very long. We were there at 12:15, 12:30.
It ended like at 4-ish.
Yeah. And then we went back to change. And we went back to our hotel to change to then go to dinner. And the dinner after graduation was one of my favorite parts.
It was great. Everybody laughing. Everybody telling stories. Taking pictures 572 times. Because nobody can blink correctly. Like there's always that one wrong blink.
Oh, or like our daughters are like, oh, wait, how about my hair? Oh, wait, so-and-so didn't look because
Tongue out.
because it wasn't just our kids that came.
When did the tongue out picture become
I don't know,
a
the
thing?
duck face too.
The duck face.
Peace signs, it was a little bit of everything.
It was a little bit of
Because it wasn't just us and our kids. My sister and her kids came too, which was awesome because they got to experience it with him. My mom was there, so this was like we were like a party of 12.
Yes.
And trying to get 12 people to look at the camera all at the same time. Listen, I'm surprised that waitress got all of us. But anyways, I feel like family dinners after big moments always feels extra special.
They do. They are. And of course, you have that moment where somebody ordered the most expensive thing on the menu, like they personally graduated to.
Graduation dinner math is very dangerous. but how awesome was it for you? Because backtrack a day before, you got to have your first drink with your son.
Yes, because he recently became of age.
And he wasn't here when he turned 21.
Correct.
He was back home.
Correct.
Well, back at his home, not in our.
It was great.
Anyways,
it was great.
So you got to have your first drink with him, and at graduation dinner, he got to have his first drink with his sisters.
Correct. Yes.
Which was cool, I think.
It was very cool. It was very cool. The bill was not very cool.
No.
But it was very cool. Honestly, those are the moments you remember forever. Sitting around the table, realizing how far your family has come. Because he's the little.
He's the little.
So now the little is his wings are out.
He became a butterfly.
He became a butterfly.
Well, he grew his wings.
I think he's more like an eagle.
Okay, whatever.
Soaring high above the atmosphere.
Okay. I'm going to throw you a little curveball for a minute. Since because there's people out there that have kind of similar or same kind of background that you do, the way you were raised and all that. Well, and here you are, married with 3 kids, all adults, graduated. How does that, I don't know, like how does that make you feel? Because you did say, and we've mentioned this before, in the beginning, when you and I got together and all that, you always said you wanted a different life for your kids.
I did.
So as a parent, how do you feel about that? Like what would you say?
I said, if I can go back and talk to young Fern, I would say all of your failures and all of your disappointments and all of your successes, you're going to have to go through that so that you can get to the moment where you can say, good job, Fern. Good job. You did good, man. You got a good family. You got great kids. You got an amazing wife and a great life that you have helped build. But it took a lot of work and it took a lot of failure to get here. But if you don't go that way, you're not going to be able to get to where you need to get to.
And that's good for someone who probably went through it and feels like, I can't have this in my life. Or I wouldn't be a good mother or father, depending. It can be done, right? Like, you can change the story. You can break the cycle of how you were raised. And this is just an experience that we've been through with 2 different backgrounds, because that's something really big. In all honesty, we've heard a lot of people say, like, and we've seen it. Oh, I got raised X, Y, and Z, and this is what I guess my life is supposed to be, or how I'm supposed to treat my children as well.
Yeah, you keep going through the same circles.
The pattern repeats.
The pattern repeats. Unless you decide that you're going to break the pattern and actually follow through and do it, you can continue going in the same circles.
You write your own story, right?
Yep.
You write your own story. We always lean back on God and prayer, but you are your own author. Like,
yep.
You write your story. You can break that cycle, and you can say, I want my kids or my marriage or my life to be different than what I had. And you can do it. Look at us. Here we are talking about our son's graduation and talking about that. We wanted to leave a little message for our son. All right. To our son, we are so proud of you.
Not just because you graduated, but because of the person you've become.
You're kind, strong, funny, smart, determined.
You work hard for this moment, and you earned it.
And no matter how old you ever get, you'll always be our little baby.
Even though now you have a degree, and probably no more than us academically, because we're probably pretty dumb.
Always, always know we love you very much.
And we are proud to be your parents.
Yeah. So if you're a parent listening to this, hug your kids a little tighter, even when they're grown.
And celebrate the little moments while they're happening. Because one day you'll look back and realize they were actually pretty big moments.
So true. Thank you guys for listening to Limitless Table Talk with Fern and Nat.
Make sure to subscribe. Sorry. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and send this episode to another proud parent.
And to the class of 2026, congratulations. Go Knights.
Go Knights.
Charge on.
And now excuse us while we recover emotionally
and financially.
Period.